That's for sure.
Combat Night Live, MMA and boxing.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty amazing match. I think we got to see Kevin compete in Leesburg. I think when you were on that card. I want to say that he had a knockout or a TKO, I believe.
did.
Yeah, he did really well.
Kevin Church.
Again, 10 Plant Jacksonville. We're going to have Brian Brown on the side of the cage.
Another stellar athlete coming out right now. It's nice to see people doing both, striking events as well as grappling events, because submission grappling is exciting, man.
Absolutely. You know what's interesting is when I was watching Kevin perform last week at Combat Night Leesburg, he was just commanding and certainly does very well with his hands. I think I heard someone mention that Kevin is a grappler at heart, that he prefers to work on the ground. So this is going to be, again.
I'm excited to see this then. I haven't been able to see him. Obviously I saw the performance he had, but seeing him grapple is going to be exciting now. And I know that this match should be a good pace. Neither afraid to step forward.
Absolutely. I don't want to be cliche to say what happens when you see an immovable object with a, oh, you know what, I'm not even going to finish it because it's so cliche.
But we know it. Yeah. We know it. It's okay. We finished it for you.
All right, all right. Well, we're going to see. Whatever happens, happens here. Physics, ladies and gentlemen. Val the Animal. So you can see a lot of these Combat Night athletes July 24th in Orlando for Clash of the Titans again. That card is going to have boxing and MMA side by side.
Pulling out all the stops, man. It's going to be a lot of action.
So here we go. Little bump slap.
Get active right away. Busy with the hand fighting.
So what do you think about the height advantage that Kevin has over Val? Do you think his legs are going to come into play in this match, or?
Well, I mean, the height advantage is really, I think in jiu-jitsu it does help, but not as much as it would in striking, because they're working from the inside a lot more. So I think that being shorter, having a lower center of gravity is actually going to play out better.
Well, that makes me feel better about my jiu-jitsu game.
Well, at least, I like to tell myself that, I'm on the short end myself.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe that's what we're telling ourselves,
All right, well, whatever works, man, whatever works.
Good pressure. You could assume that they were going to use the cage to their advantage here.
Yeah,
in familiar territory, both of them.
Yeah, it looks like Val had immediately started to push Kevin to the edge of the mats, and now he's using that cage to lock his mobility down.
And Kevin's got that lockdown he's working there, so he's not completely inactive.
That's true, yeah.
So
he can use that to pull that weight off of his body for sure.
Get that elevation and start pummeling into the inside and get a better position. So here he goes. You can hear his coach calling for that. So this
looks like Kevin's trying to work that underhook on Val's right side. Val's coming up just a little bit.
Doing a good job of forcing him back a little bit here and getting away from the cage so he has some room to work.
Ooh, that forearm, that motivator, look at that.
That's definitely a motivator. Doesn't seem phased. That's good.
Crowd starting to get into it here, cheering on their favorite athlete.
There you go, trying to go underneath, trying to get, so he has to get all the way underneath so he can get an inside position to get control on a lower body submission. But Val's that crossface really nullifies a lot of the lower body attacks.
Yeah, Val's doing a great job surfing on top. He's not committing one way or the other, not getting swept here, and again, yeah, that shoulder pressure on Kevin's chin is keeping his mobility down for sure.
And Kevin might want to start bringing that hand in and get addressing that crossface so he could work his game a little more.
What's funny is I think I just heard Kevin's corner just say the same thing. He's got to add, and there he is. He's trying to work on the inside. There
it is. Here we
Much
go.
better.
And it looks like he's opening him up now, and
I expect to see an underhook come in on that on Kevin's left side. There it is.
he's playing
And it's
the
not
half
very
guard.
deep.
It's not very deep, but it's better than nothing. See if he could switch up and get his guard back. It looks like he's getting an angle now, and he's going to be able to do that.
Yep. Hey, there we go. Now we're going to be able to get to our feet, maybe. Kevin's
and here
confident.
we go.
Hey, there it is.
And
Now we're
right
back up.
to the wall.
Nice and clinched. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if we can get another takedown here and another advanced position.
I gotta imagine that this is again a familiar scene for these two athletes here. They're familiar with working against the cage in MMA. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wants to necessarily go for that guillotine right now against the cage. Maybe he wants to start focusing on getting up again. Welcoming the transition to the bottom.
Kevin's controlling the posture of Val Woodburn.
Showing confidence in his guard right now.
We've got 1 more minute in the match here.
Yeah, 1 more minute in the match. It's just so hard to execute when I feel like you're shutting down one side of your game when you're playing guard with the cage to one side of you.
Gosh, yeah, just limiting how far you can go back and if you can even stand.
Val doing a good job of isolating the hip for those guard pass attempts. You can hear the coach calling for Ashi
And we're at
in that
30
inside
seconds
position.
left. Yep, 30 seconds left in the match.
If you can get him away from the cage, he might be able to go for a quick leg lock and end this in regulation.
Yep, right back to our half guard.
Doesn't seem like he's allowing that elevation to happen though.
We got 10 seconds
10
left in the
seconds.
match.
Here we go. Underhook.
Val looking for the no, and there's our time.
Very nice. Going into overtime. That was good. Very technical.
Yeah. So let's see what happens here. Jason Valet flipping the coin. Looks like he's talking to Val. Looks like Val's
getting his back taken. All right. Well, let's see.
It's interesting that you would give your opponent the opportunity to submit you within those 2 minutes, that you're confident enough in your ability to escape, that you're willing to go into a compromised position.
Well, you know, in a rule set like this, you know, that might not be a bad option because if I get out, it's not like I'm worried, you know, I win.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are confident. I might actually do that. I mean, but both are very strong positions.
All right. Jason's about to start the match. 2 minutes in overtime. Here we go, folks.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Well, getting into it here.
Val has almost had his head free. You can see right in front here, Kevin's got his face. Got the cross face
doesn't
there.
look like he
Now
has
he's
under the
not
chin.
Under the chin. You're right.
Oh, he's cranking on him.
But now,
Gets his chin out once again. Great control. Val needs to turn his body and get out of there to get the win.
yeah. Kevin's got a great grip on his chin there. Looks like Val's trying to set up. We're 1 minute into this overtime match.
He's just moving with him. Very good positional control shown by Kevin here. Oh, Val almost getting out. Good control over the chin.
I can't see if he's under. Looks like Val is
Val's
out.
out.
Look at that.
What a match.
Great job, guys.
Fantastic.
Beautiful. And these two guys, you know, they're at some point they're going to compete against each other again, whether it's on the mats here or in combat night.
That'd be explosive,
That
huh?
would be something else.
That'd be something else.
But that's showmanship, man. I got to tell you, that's the thing that I love about these competitors. There's a lot of love to be shown and a lot of respect. Great job, guys. So up next is our final blue belt match. We've got Gene Nason and Justin Camacho.